Yo, Beyonce's having the best month ever. She won that Grammy. She got the Cowboy Carter tour, where she is selling tickets for $1 jillion, and people are buying it. On top of that, her hairline Sacred not only launched in Ulta, but did 14 times its estimated profits. And these aren't Kardashian numbers; these are real numbers. On top of that, one of her arch nemesis, Keri Hilson, has been publicly humbled and it said she is sorry for writing the diss song to keep turning it on. However, Esther Dean, do y'all remember Esther Dean? I know I Googled her. She got the song that's like drop, drop, drop. Anyway, Esther Dean came out and said, baby, that was all me. I apologize. Growth is real. I said, you know what? Let's get into this. But Beyonce is having the best week ever. We don't know about Jay-Z in the court case, but at least that case got dismissed, right? Anyway, let's get into this. If you got something that I'm talking about, apparently there was a song by Keri Hilson called You Turning Me On, right? And when I first heard, I'm like, first of all, you don't know me. What song are we talking about? And how is this a diss? Because I read through the lyrics and I'm like, how is this a diss to Beyonce? Here's what the song, the purported diss are, right? Um, she said, you need to go have some babies. This was her suggesting that Beyonce should focus on starting a family because she was washed up. She need to sit down. She fake. Again, I don't know what that was about. Go ahead and tell all these tell all these folks how long I've been writing your songs. I said, ooh, because there's one thing Beyonce don't care play about. She want her first and middle last name on every songwriting credit, and she has been plagued for years about not writing her songs. So for Keri Hilson to say that, it was a lot. There was also one other line: "Your vision cloudy. If you think you the best, you can dance, you can sing, but need to move to the left." Now, hear me out, right? We're going to talk about Esther Dean that came out and said, but I was looking for something more. First, because Carrie Hilson said that she ended up getting blackballed in her career for this. And I said, you got blackballed because you wrote a diss track to Beyonce that didn't even really have anything in there? She can sing, she can dance, you better move to the left. This is why she got blackballed from the industry for decades. Yeah, I hope this ain't true. I hope Carrie, if you guys don't know, I hear Carrie Hilson's album is really, really good. The notes, the songs, I hear it's really, really good. Go pick it up. But this is what got you blackballed from the industry for over a few decades? I'll say one thing, Tony Busby, you better say your prayers. If this is how vindictive Beyonce is over someone being like, you ain't authentic, you need to go have some babies. Anyway, let's get into this, right? Um, yeah, listen. In her recent interview with The Breakfast Club, Keri addressed the longstanding rumors. She expressed regret over the situation and clarified that she did not write those contentious lyrics. Keri explained that while she was on tour, producer Polo de Don, who actually went and ended up producing a lot of stuff for Beyonce, presented her with the remix, which had been written by another songwriter. We now know that to be Esther Dean. She was hesitant to record it, but felt pressured as she was told her album's release depended on it. And she said, I was super young and I felt I had no choice. Now, the funny thing is, do you think that Polo the Don, do you think he actually played both of them? Because think about it. He got that hit with Keri Hilson, but because Beyonce thought that he was like in Keri's corner, Beyonce started working with him as an FU to Keri after Keri allegedly got blacklisted. And we don't know um if Beyonce gave that to blacklist Keri Hilson, but Keri Hilson is saying that Beyonce did. Anyway, right? And now he's the only one working. Well, Beyonce always gonna work, but Keri is on her comeback album. Following Keri's interview, Esther Dean acknowledged her involvement in crafting the remix's lyrics. She admitted that the lyrics were childish and didn't age well, but she took full accountability, offering an apology for the controversy. Listen to this apology because Esther Dean is really, really funny. She said, I submitted a lot of verses for that remix. One got picked, and it was co written with Keri. because I ran and I was like, wait a second, has Esther Dean written songs for Beyonce? Has Keri written songs for Beyonce? She said, looking back, it was childish and didn't age well. I see how it hurt people, especially women, and I take full accountability. I've worked with and supported many women since, but that doesn't erase the moment. I'm sorry for my part in it. Growth is real, and so is this apology. And then in the Instagram comments, somebody said the writer was definitely Esther Dean. She said and did. It was a hit. Let me tell y'all something. First of all, it's 2025. Can we stop with that? Support other women. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Yes, support other women, but the fact that we have to act like we are a monolith, like, oh, I've worked with lots of other women and supported other women. You never have a man when they do a diss album being like, I've worked with lots of other men and supported other men. And I'm not dragging Esther Dean. Like, I actually look at this apology as very like nice, nasty. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, saying, oh, I worked with Keri. Like Keri, don't put this off on me. But even then, why do all let me stop my rant. Let's get back into what Keri Hill said. I think this is the biggest issue. And I don't think that they can actually blame this on Beyonce uh I don't think that this is something that they can actually blame on Beyonce. See, here's the thing, right? As much as people want to make Beyonce into a boogeyman for getting her blacklisted, and who knows if she even got her blacklisted, because the music industry is very, very fickle, right? But I will say this: Polo, Esther, Little Wayne, there were a lot of people involved and a lot of people that said, if you don't do this, you're not going to. And she was a young girl. And even after that, she didn't advocate for herself or come out and be like, stop. You're not putting this on me. Yes, technically it was a diss track to Beyonce, but it wasn't that serious. A lot of people are involved. We knew it would get clicks. We knew it would get likes. We knew it would do this and that. I'm sorry, not clicks and likes. We knew it would get streams. So we went ahead with that, but you're not going to pin this all on me. Instead, she stayed quiet for decades. And now that she's coming back with her comeback hit, now she has something to say. Now, don't get me wrong. I've always been a big fan of Keri Hilson. This is her right. But I think rather than looking at just Beyonce, let's look at the music industry that created an atmosphere where she felt like she had to protect people. The crazy thing is, you were looking out and protecting the wrong people. You should have came out immediately and been like, Beyonce, I am sorry. It was not me. It was them. But instead, you chose to be silent and ride out for people that watched, according to you, your whole career stall. And you had to sit there and watch your whole career stall. And they didn't do ish to help you, I'm assuming. And now everybody's just going to dump it at Beyonce's door. Again, I'm not defending anybody in this. I don't know. Maybe there was something between Beyonce, Keri Hill, and maybe there's more, Keri Hilson. Maybe there's more to the story than we know. But to me, the real story is, I mean, Esther, she got a hit and she don't care still. Little Wayne, he's still holding on to three dreads. Polo, the Don, he's working with Beyonce. So, I mean, yeah, this could be a VH1 behind the scenes. Where are they now? I don't know. What do y'all think in the comments? And don't give me the same, oh, it's Beyonce, Beyonce. No, 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 no. Because at the end of the day, Keri didn't stay quiet. If Beyonce really was that big and bad and ruining her career, you would have thought she would have came out and apologized a lot sooner. Instead, she chose to protect the people in her music industry that did nothing for her career. I don't know, y'all. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Anyway, also stream Keri Hilson's album. I hear it's a beautiful album. I think Tiffany Red actually wrote two or three track or co-wrote two or three tracks on there, or maybe she wrote them. Y'all know me, right? Go ahead and give not Esther Dean, Keri Hilson a listen. I think she's paid enough. Whatever stalled her career, let's welcome her back with open arms. Now we just need A. Marie to record something, and we gonna be this one thing that got me tripping. We gonna be a business. All right, y'all. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.